Welcome back to SportsZone. It's your host, John Phillips, and I am joined by Jeremiah Richards and Dominic Franks as we talk about a season that is still underway, unlike college basketball, NHL, and the Dallas Stars. I mean, the trade deadline just happened, made some moves. How are you guys feeling about the Stars right now?
I feel really good. I felt good before the trade deadline, but I mean they made good pickups like Bunting, who's an older wing from the Predators, but I mean he has 14 goals, 19 assists, 33 points, and 116 shots, and he tends to be on the ice a little bit less than 15 minutes. So I mean he's there. You have that.
It's good production to get, and I mean, talk about Tyler Myers. That's another good big pickup they made at the trade deadline. How big is that for them?
Yeah, Tyler Myers, he's a great pickup. I thought he was a great pickup. He's a guy in this league known as a big defensive style. I really feel like he can bring some energy into the American Airlines building.
And speaking of bringing energy into the building, we have to talk about it. The first ever Texan to play for the Stars. I mean, can you guys believe that? He is the first ever Texan to play for the Stars. To have that type of hometown energy, I mean, how big is that for the team?
I mean, I feel like, having that hometown energy, it's something you don't see often.
Especially for a Texas team for hockey,
yeah,
I mean.
It's weird. The first ever Texan, I mean, they've been around forever. And the first ever Texan to ever play for them, I mean, just knowing that you're that and, like, that team has that can really change how the team acts and, how fans can see him. And that's just a great pickup, even just personality-wise, just having that hometown hero.
That's fair, and I mean, the Stars have been really good this season. It's been another season where in the regular season they've had their points, they've had their success. Jeremiah, are you feeling confident as we get closer to playoff season? I mean, we're almost there. I think it's close to single-digit games left. We're in double digits still, but it's close.
Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty confident in this team. Yeah, I really like this team's depth. I feel like they've been knocking on the door of a championship title for years, and they got momentum going into this postseason. So I'd rally behind this team if I were a Dallas native.
That's fair. I mean, do you have that same confidence?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we had that 10-game stretch back in, like, January to March. And, I mean, even when we don't feel super confident in a game, I mean, we've been in 19 overtimes or shootout games. And, I mean, just being able to get to that point, that gives you, like, a strong ability to be a team and make that push into the playoffs. When, you have to play those close games that end in maybe an overtime.
You get forged in the fire. You got to get ready for the playoffs by getting those big moments. And this team is getting those big moments in the regular season. But another player that's been a part of a lot of big moments is Jamie Benn. And he's 14 points away from 1,000 career points. I mean, what a milestone. Jamie Benn is such a veteran linchpin for this team. I mean, what does he do for this team for you guys?
I mean, I feel like he brings a lot of veteran leadership into this locker room. And when you're going into the postseason, having guys like that in your locker room is important because it brings a sense of camaraderie and you have somebody to just lean on their shoulder, and because they've been here before, obviously. So him being in the locker room in Dallas, I think it's great for us, honestly.
Yeah, and we've been talking a lot of positives, but, we're watching these highlights from the Utah Mammoths game, and Tyler Myers had a rough game there, and we got kind of stomped. So, I mean, does a loss like this do anything to give you guys less confidence, or is this just, a blip in the road? Is this just something to go past?
I mean, when you play sports, you should expect to lose. It's not when you lose, it's more how you lose. And just being able to actually go that and learn from your losses is really what makes a team a team. And just being able to do that and have those bad games and then get better. That is how you make the playoffs, and that's how you win championships.
Absolutely, even though that's not something that the Stars are really familiar with, sadly. But, I mean, we've been playing well recently. We had the Detroit game. It was a really good win versus Detroit. Do you think that this is the favorite in the West? Be honest. Is this the favorite in the conference?
I think it's pretty close. I mean, they're not far behind in the standings at all. And I think they're only 2 points behind. So just being able to be that close with a franchise that never really has been, that's when you actually get there, and that's when you play the game. That's when you play hockey, and that's when you make the playoffs.
Jeremiah, do you think that they're the favorites in the West?
I'd go as far as to say I'm leaning towards us and the Avalanche. I feel like, pound for pound, these two teams have it. Obviously, like I said, we've been knocking at the door for some years now. And I think I would say that if there was ever going to be a time for us to go and hang another banner, it would be this year.
I sadly have to be the hater. I think the Avalanche are the favorites. You mentioned them, Cale Makar. They're just the talent they have on that team. I think it's kind of absurd, and I think that they are still the top dogs in the West. But I want to hear who are your guys' favorites in the East. Who do you guys think are going to face the Stars if they do make it out of that conference?
Honestly, I have a team that,
Yeah, I feel like every hockey fan is looking at that and saying, Buffalo in the Stanley Cup?
Listen, you always have to root for the underdogs. That's when it comes out. Because, maybe there will be a team that doesn't necessarily go and, make that all the time. But then you see a team that, you got to win that first one. If you don't win that first one, then you're not going to win at all. So that's when I believe in the Sabres, and I think they will actually make it over the hump. They're doing pretty good for a team. They're first in the Atlantic. So, if any year is going to make it their year, it's this one.
When you have guys like Rasmus Dahlin, they have a chance, but it just feels wrong to say it out loud. The Buffalo Sabres are in the Stanley Cup. It comes off the tongue
It's going to
wrong.
sound like that every year when a new team comes along in any sport.
I don't know if any team would sound as bad as Buffalo, for being honest.
Okay.
It's just rough, but you have a more traditional favorite, someone who's had a lot more recent success. Who's your favorite in the East?
Yeah, man, this, obviously, ladies and gentlemen, for me, you saw the Tampa Bay Lightning up there. And honestly, this team's been pretty electric all year, and it's hard not to rally behind them. But on the other side, it's hard to go against the Stars this year, man.
Do you think they're winning the Stanley Cup? Do you have that much confidence in them?
I would say there will be a parade in Dallas this year.
Wow.
I'm going to say that.
Okay, Dominic, you agree?
Yeah, I second that. As a Dallas native, you just have to do that. Why not? I don't hear any good reason why they can't.
Let's talk about the reasons they can. I want to hear from you guys. Tell me the case. Why do you think the Stars are Stanley Cup champions this year?
I would go with Ottinger. I feel like he's going to be a key reason as to why Dallas would hoist the Stanley Cup this year, because I feel like if he's just good and average this year, I don't think we'll get it. But if Ottinger is elite on the defensive end, I think we'll be great.
Yeah, Ottinger, he's a guy who, he's been blamed for a lot of playoff losses in Dallas, and I think that he's had a reputation as a bit of a playoff dropper, but he wins a Gold Cup this summer. Do you think Jake Ottinger is going to bounce back this summer?
I think him being called a playoff liability is actually a mistake in some ways. Because if we go back a couple years, in 2022, against I believe it was the Flames, he had, in that series, there was 258 shots, and he saved 245 of them, which is not bad at all. That is a pretty good. So I would actually personally say that he will do fine.
You really have to hope to, because like you said, our hopes really do rely on Jake Ottinger, but sadly that is all the time we have. We'll be talking about another playoff series with the World Baseball Classic after this break.